We are here at Andale High School, joined now by our female high school athlete of the week. It's Hayden Grims of the 4A state champion Andale Indians. They had a thrilling 3 games last week in Hutch. Hayden, kind of talk about what it means to now be a state champion.
It feels really good. There's not really any words that could just describe like all the different feelings that you have from winning the state championship. But I would say overall it's just really good to like have that feeling of, being called a state champ.
Yeah, and it was a pressure-filled 3 games for you guys. You take down the number one seed Clay, or a number one team in Clay Center in the semifinals, and then obviously a really thrilling win against Hayden in the state championship. Kind of talk about the nerves throughout those 3 games. What was a pressure-filled 24 hours for you guys?
Yeah, so coming in day one, we obviously didn't make it to the state tournament last year. So coming in day one of the state tournament this year, I think that we all just kind of came in prepared and having the fire from last year to come in there and win. And just like stacking up those wins really kind of helped our motivation going into that state tournament.
And when you take down a team like Clay Center, who's the number one team coming in, I'm sure there's kind of a sense of relief, but you don't have that sense of relief when you've got a game coming up right after that in the state championship game. What was kind of the feelings and the short turnaround for you guys after that win against Clay in the semifinals?
It was really good. After the first game, we lost to them. But coming into the second game in that huddle, Scott was just reminding us that we still have all of the motivation and momentum on our side and to just stay strong and come through this next game and win the next two.
And then the championship game against Hayden. I mean, you guys had 13 ties in that final set. I'm sure that was a back and forth. Just kind of talk about the emotions of that game, the back and forth. I mean, I'm not sure you could have drawn up. Hollywood probably couldn't draw up a better script for a state championship game. Talk about the relief after it's all over.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of just a big like sigh after it all from all the relief that like went through all of our heads. But I feel like the games kind of close like that are just like more fun to play in, because all of the reactions from the crowd kind of help just like everybody on the court. And I would say overall, it's a really good feeling that you have in those close games just to like put the ball away and like celebrate all of those times.
And it was a big Andale contingency in Hutch. Kind of talk about how cool that was to see all the support from the local community.
It was really cool. Just like you would just look around and it'd be like a full 360, and it's just you can see Andale people everywhere, and that just feels really special to all of us girls, just to show like how important it really is for like the whole community to show up and like what it means to all of us players.
And then, this is the second title in 5 years for Andale, but you personally hadn't won a state championship. It hadn't happened in your 4 years here. Talk about coming in as a freshman. You're a 4 year starter. You come in with those expectations coming off of a state championship. How did you kind of grow from year one to year four to finally getting to the mountaintop?
Yeah, so coming in freshman year, I didn't think I was going to be on varsity just because, like, all the talent that we had, like, all around players. And so I would say it was really cool to me to just, like, have that opportunity to be on varsity as a freshman. And as the years have gone, I just feel like taking a bigger step in leadership every year just for my team and helping everybody, like, be better around me has been a really big thing for me. And I would say overall, just, like, a leadership thing has been really big.
And you were hurt last year, and a big reason, why you guys didn't make the state tournament for the first time in 6 years. That bad taste in your mouth, I'm sure that was a factor coming into the year. And I saw in the Keisha article that you said, day one, you guys were going to win a state championship. Talk about that bad taste in your mouth, the motivation this offseason, and what led to that confidence coming into the year.
Yeah, so after the season last year, it was really hard to like come through and just like realize that the injury wasn't gonna like allow me to play in the state tournament or in sub-state. And so just like over the summer, all of the girls have just really been talking about how much they like really wanted it. And so coming in day one to like just the summer skill camp and all of that stuff, I said we all were just in a huddle and I was like, guys, this is our year. Like I really do feel it. And I was like, I'm not saying this like as out of sarcasm or anything. Like this is really our year. I think we can win it all.
And you're committed to Colorado State, and you're going into a pretty competitive field. Kind of talk about what led to that decision and what you're going to be doing over the next 4 years.
So ever since I was a young girl, I just have always found passion in like the medical field and just like people around me that I know. I always just like love that kind of stuff. And so whenever I got the chance to go up there and like meet with all the counselors and everything, they were really cool and really helpful about everything. And it kind of just like led me into my major.
And talk about what it was like to play for Coach Johnson here at Andale, and he's in year two and a state champion. Kind of talk about how he's grown as a coach from last year to this year.
Yeah, so last year he came in and he said he didn't do like as much as he would have. He said that he kind of just like played a lot of like 6-on-6 or just like playing drills instead of like breaking down things to work on like each of our own skill work. But ever since this year, I think that he's really grown to just like learn each player like one by one and know like the tendencies and just like everybody's own personality to help grow. And I really think that has helped all of our team chemistry kind of like come together and form the state championship team.
How did you get your start playing volleyball? When did you start, and how did you get into volleyball?
So my older sister Peyton, she actually is playing professionally in Brazil right now, and ever since I was young, probably like 7 or 8, probably, she played at West Virginia and Florida State, and just going to those games, like the atmosphere was just, it was I can't even like describe it. It was just really cool, and I was like, ever since I've seen that, I was just like, that's something that I want to do, and just like grow up to be like her.
And when did the tides kind of turn for you? When did you feel like things started to click on the court? And when did you feel like you started to really find your groove?
Um, I would say my 8th grade summer, whenever I started playing club ball for like a really competitive team. I've always played club ball, but I would say that's the year that I really like started bringing things together, just like all those different traveling and seeing like what it's all about. And I would just say overall the traveling experience has really turned things for me.
And what do you enjoy the most about playing volleyball?
Definitely the friendships that you can form on the court and just like being there for each of your teammates and just like all the happiness you can feel for them.
And what was your favorite memory from this year's team? What do you look back on as one thing that you look back on with fond memories?
Definitely all the wins that we had. I would say all the fun dance parties that we had before all the games and all the bus rides there, just having a lot of fun with everyone.
And what are you going to miss the most? Now you're a senior, you're done, and not only are you done with volleyball, but you're done with sports in general here at Andale High School. What are you going to miss the most?
I'm definitely gonna miss the girls and the coaches. It's really hard receiving texts from like all the younger juniors and just everyone saying that they're like really upset and crying because of you. And it just like it's really important to me like seeing how like they really like feel about me like as a person. So definitely gonna miss all of the coaches and the girls on the team.
And has it set in yet that you're a state champion? When did it set in for you that you're now a state champion and you can rest now a little bit?
Yeah, so I would say the day after I woke up from that tournament, just because whenever it happened, you could see in the videos everywhere, I was just like, oh my God, like this is not real. Like it just felt like a complete dream. But I would say the morning when I woke up, it really set in. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just awake and I'm a state champion. Like there's no good feeling to describe it.
Yeah. And you said you're going to go up to Colorado State in May. What's the next 6 months look like for you?
I'll do a lot of like working out and just training just to prepare for the season up ahead of me.
Gotcha. And what do you like to do outside of volleyball? You'll have plenty of time here over the next couple of months to find what you like outside of volleyball. But what do you like to do outside of volleyball?
I like to hang out with all my family and friends, and I'll probably go watch all of the sports events still, just hang out with a bunch of friends and everything, and probably go on walks.
And what's a fun fact about you that somebody may not know about you?
Um, I could probably play a game of volleyball left-handed
Oh, wow.
instead of my right.
Okay, wow, that's pretty impressive. I'm sure that they'll have that skill for you in
Yeah.
in Colorado State. But Hayden, congratulations on a great season. So great season and a state championship, and best of luck at Colorado State.
Thank you so much.